On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Guan, a blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So what you know, my peeps, in the morning, yeah, we're going to kick it off with some crime updates. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Andrew North Police Division, where the police are reporting that a reputed criminal element said to be a Don from the 100 Lane and Sunrise Crescent era, that particular geographical location, him run off Deso. The criminal element in question has since been identified as Michael Ward. Now, the police states that he has been charged with multiple offenses in relation to allegations of an armed robbery and a kidnapping along Red Hills Road and Sunrise Crescent in St. Andrew in March of this year. Now, the criminal element Michael Ward, said to be 32 years of age, was charged on Tuesday with robbery with aggravation, possession of a prohibited weapon, kidnapping, being a part of or participating in a criminal organization, recruiting a child to be a part of a criminal organization, being a leader of a criminal organization, and using a firearm to commit a felony, that is the robbery with aggravation and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Now, the police states that the minor has also been charged in relation to the case. Now, the minor is charged with the kidnapping also, robbery with aggravation, assault occasioning bodily harm, being in possession of a prohibited weapon, being a part of a criminal organization, and possession of a firearm with intent to injure, and the use of a firearm to commit a scheduled offense. So both the minor and the reputed gang leader Michael Ward is presently before the courts. Now, the police says that investigations are still ongoing to locate other suspects who may have been involved in that particular incident, which is presently still under their investigation. The police reported that sometime around 5:30 p.m. on March 30, two men were robbed, kidnapped, and placed in the trunk of a car. Now, many who have been tuning into On The Spot News Media for quite some time would have recalled me bringing this particular incident to light. Now, the two that was taken by the criminal elements managed to escape and contacted the police. So a multi-agency investigation was launched on Friday, August 8th, and one of the perpetrators, who is the minor, turned himself in to the police. He was later pointed out in an identification parade as one of the criminal suspects. The investigations into the incident continued, and during a major police operation, the criminal element Michael Ward was also apprehended on Wednesday, October 15th. He was apprehended at his home by the police. Michael Ward was subsequently placed on an identification parade where he was also pointed out as the criminal suspect who led that robbery operation against the two men. Now, the criminal element Ward was interviewed and later charged on Tuesday, November 11th. So both the minor and the criminal element, the Don, are now before the courts. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is still in the St. Andrew North Police Division, where the St. Andrew North Police arrested an ex-Jamaica Defence Force member on Wednesday morning after he was allegedly held in a bar with an illegal firearm. Now, reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 12:18 a.m. in the wee hours of the morning, a team assigned to the St. Andrew North Police Division went to a bar located on Red Hills Road in the Kingston 19 area, that is, right in the vicinity of Park Lane. The suspect reportedly aroused the suspicion of the police and he was accosted, and during a search, a firearm was removed from his waistband. So the illegal firearm is presently on your screen, and it is said to be a black Smith & Wesson CZP-10C firearm. So the ex-soldier was taken into custody and is expected to be charged soon. Now, we heard from head of the St. Andrew North Police Division, that's Superintendent Randy Sweeney, who confirmed the arrest. Randy Sweeney stated that it was the 55th gun to be seized in the division since the start of the year. Randy Sweeney stated, and I quote, "We are appealing to anyone with any information surrounding illegal firearms, ammunition, criminal suspects, or any criminal activities in the space. They are to contact the police at 119 or the Constant Spring Police at 876-924-1421. Yeah, man. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, where a criminal element, he is presently on your screen, was taken out in a hail of bullets by the police after he allegedly pointed a firearm at a police party in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Tuesday. Now, he was taken out and of course a weapon was seized. The deceased man, identified as 25-year-old Stephen Campbell, but them call him Bugu in our streets. Yes, Bugu will come out and nose and him that. So I guess him did itch up in a one policeman nose and the police just blew him out. So Bugu is said to be from a Bendon district address in St. Catherine. Now, reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 6:30 p.m. police personnel were responding to a loud noise, say a big bangarang go on a place at a business establishment. So that business establishment is said to be along Young Street. It is stated that upon the arrival of the police, the now deceased criminal element, Stephen Campbell, was allegedly observed with a firearm threatening members of the public. The police reportedly commanded him to drop the weapon. He allegedly disobeyed and instead fled into the Burke Road area. He was pursued onto Morris Street, and then he was approached by the police and he pointed the firearm in the direction of the police. The police allegedly took evasive action and fired, injuring Stephen Campbell. It is stated that they retrieved a .38 revolver with serial number erased. Now, the criminal element in question was then taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced you know what. So the Independent Commission of Investigation has launched a probe into that particular matter. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is still in the St. Catherine North Police Division, where the body of a man was found with a knife-up wound near Spanish Town bypass. Now, that took place also on Tuesday. Now, the body has been described by the police as being of dark complexion, about 5 feet 10 inches long, and appearing to be in its early 30s. The man, who has a cornrow hairstyle and a beard, was clad in a pair of jeans pants and short sleeve shirt. He was also barefooted. The police reported that sometime around 9:30 a.m., passers-by stumbled upon the body near the bypass. The police were summoned and the body was found laying face down with what appears to be a whole heap of red substance that leak from the stab wound. It is stated that that knife up wound was to the chest area. The scene was examined and the body was removed by a funeral home to the nearby Spanish Town Hospital. A postmortem is to be conducted and the Spanish Town police is most definitely probing that particular incident. Now, we see a video I circulate all over social media. This particular video presently on your screen. And if you look closely, you will see that a police vehicle drive over the flat bridge there so, and someone was seemingly on the back that fell out of the vehicle into the Rio Cobre River. Now, the man that fell from the back of the police vehicle, losing 3 points in June. Yeah, man. Now, I'm pretty sure that many wonder a wagwan right there so. Well, sometime around 1 p.m. on Wednesday, November 12, 2025, a man who was suspected to have committed some hold on and take type of interactions with a little 13-year-old. So basically, what me I make you know say, the big man and the little 13-year-old had some adult type of interaction. Now, the man in question is said to be 73 years old. And note the age of the little girl, 13. So do the maths. So he was being transported from Linstead to Spanish Town. And upon reaching the Flatbridge area, the man who was in the back of the police pickup truck jumped from the vehicle whilst still being handcuffed to a tire that was in the back of the vehicle. Now, if you look carefully, you see say he was handcuffed to a tire or him and a tire go over the railing. So the man fell into the river and was later taken out by members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. He was transported to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced you know what. Now, on November 3rd, let me give you a breakdown of why he was in the back of the pickup. So on November 3rd of this year, relatives of the 13-year-old victim reported her missing to the Crofts Hill police station in Clarendon. So on Wednesday, November 12th, citizens became suspicious when they saw the 13-year-old girl at the suspect's premises in Middleton, that is in Linstead. So persons see the little 13-year-old because you don't know everybody a post her and say she missing on TikTok, Instagram, all both. So a resident of the Middleton district community would have seen her and contacted the Linstead police. So preliminary investigations revealed that the suspect, as I stated earlier, who is a 73-year-old farmer, had intercourse with the little 13-year-old. And it is stated that she did it for a little bit so him and her deal with the thing a couple of times. So there was no doubt that he was a criminal element, a perpetrator of that crime. So one may ask, why was he not in the police vehicle but was on the back of the police vehicle? It is because the victim of the crime, the little 13-year-old, was also in the police vehicle. So apparently, them just go pick them up and I transport them now for go a Spanish Town police station for go do all of the processing and everything. So you can keep him and the victim in the vehicle. So them throw him on the back and handcuff him to the tire. And given the fact that he's 73 years old, them now say him a go try do what him do. But obviously he did what he did and He end up kick the bucket. So kudos to him. Him now have to go deal with the courts or none of that type of thing there. Because at female age, him should have look for come from prison and not actually going to prison. But anyway, make we continue. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, we have 3 wanted criminal elements. For you. Now the first criminal element presently on your screen has since been identified as Craig Wilson, but them call him Bobo in our streets. Now Craig Wilson is wanted for obtaining money by means of false pretense. He frequents Mandeville and also sometimes in the Red Hills Road area of the St. Andrew North Police Division. So anyone knowing the whereabouts of Craig Wilson, you are to take note that this brother here will thief milk out of coffee. Yeah, man. So the next criminal element present on your screen has since been identified as Jabuki Hamilton. Now Jabuki Hamilton is wanted for a wounding with intent, and the Harford Police CIB needs him ASAP. And last but most definitely not the least, this criminal element presently on your screen identified as Christopher Spence. Now this criminal element is wanted for an attempted fatal knockings and clappings and robbery with aggravation. Now he is wanted by the Montego Bay Police over there in the parish of St. James. Now me just get a breaking news. This was not supposed to be a part of this morning's story, but the news just come in, so we have to deal with it same way. So we get to understand, say, the St. Catherine North Police knock it and clap it pan 4 criminal elements. Ghana shut eye country land. Yeah, man. So the police them put on a decent spot of work right along the Linstead bypass vicinity of Rosemont in St. Catherine. So we get to understand, say, the criminal suspects went to Geisel and murder a man over Geisel. So after them murder the man and injuring another man, they were on their way back into their particular space. It is stated that they were cornered by the police. The criminal elements challenged the police, who returned fire, hitting all 4. It is stated that 3 was found inside the vehicle and 1 outside of the vehicle clutching a firearm. It is stated that 3 firearms was recovered by the police so far. Now the Independent Commission of Investigation is presently investigating that one. Now it is also reported that the criminal elements in question are said to be contract knockers and clappers from the corporate area. It is also stated that 1 policeman was seriously injured, but his life was saved by his ballistic vest that he was wearing. The ballistic vest has severe damages on it. So on the Spot News Media will continue to investigate this one and update you subsequently. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. Yeah, man. Now the last thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, we have a video footage for you presently on your screen. Just go and watch and see if you can make it out while go on. So a criminal element robbed somebody's phone. It happened downtown Kingston, right at the corner of East Queen Street. It took place on the 11th of November 2025. Now, a word to this young man who thieved the people them phone. Would I say, bring it back, because certain people are going to get involved and them I say, boy, if them ever buck you, them certain say, no police station now gonna get you. Yeah, man, you gotta come on a missing persons report until them end up finding a body. So here what you do. Go left it over a station, left it in one church, left it back at the wholesale, left it somewhere, or beg somebody just carry it back for you. Because if the owners or them linky ever catch you, dad, near me a supper. 2 thief, man, 2 thief. But anyway, Remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.